Hello, I'm Andy and I'm going to read to you a program called Tarot Monthly Horoscope for month of November 2018, and this is for you coming from Leo. So let me shuffle my Kabbalistic tarot cards, and I'm going to tackle the first 15 days of November for you, and I'm going to firstly go to the area of job for you coming from Leo. This is a nasty card, and it says where your job is concerned in the first 15 days, stay away from arguments or differences or confrontation at your place of work. You are going to be victimized, you're going to be the target of problems. So your temper needs to be brought under control, or your job area is going to find a lot of difficulties. You may even have to get to a position where you'll want to leave. So be careful. Now, regarding your business, the next card, in the first 15 days of November, it's a card that says many opportunities are coming your way in the first 15 days, but the trouble is you are not in a position to handle them, so don't expose yourself to risk. Otherwise, you will find that what you have taken on, which came your way and made you very happy to get it, as the days go by, in the first 15 days, you will already find that you wish you hadn't done that. So it's better to wait and see in the first 15 days rather than plunge into anything new, because your ongoing areas itself in business is going to be very difficult. So there you are. Regarding general finances in the first 15 days for you coming from Leo, well, general finances say that whatever you expect, you are going to be disappointed. It's whether the bank manager will not support you, payments may not come, difficulties in finding supporters financially. So I rather that you remain low-key where finances are concerned. Don't be too optimistic that you can raise money. It's going to be difficult. Now I'm going to go to the area of romance for your first 15 days. And let's see what your cards say regarding a new romance or an ongoing romance. It's a good card. It's a card of Venus and a card of Mercury. And so I would say that in the area of romance, you can easily find a new romance, and your ongoing romance will also do very well. The only danger is that unexpected issues are cropping up all the time. So you got to wonder why unexpected issues, something new, something unexpected seems to be cropping up. So you must have to be careful, you coming from Leo, where your romance is concerned. These are the issues which you have to worry about. Never-ending problems coming up one by one. They're not strong enough to break up your romance, so you're able to keep that under control. Now regarding your marriage, and let's talk about your first 15 days of November for you coming from Leo, your marriage. Solutions cannot be found. It's as simple as that. So in your last 15 days, or rather in your first 15 days for you coming from Leo, first 15 days of November, in your marriage area, solutions cannot be found. So rather than go looking to create differences or to take charge or to insist on finding solutions, why don't you take the soft approach in the first 15 days, and you will see that your areas of romance can be then more manageable. I can apply this card to marriage as well. And it says in the area of marriage, you also will not find many solutions. And whatever you try and say and do doesn't get through. So just means that in your marriage, the least changes you want to impose would be better, because that's going to has to create cooperation which you will not find. So tell yourself, don't want to make changes, don't want to insist on anything of a changeable nature, because you just cannot find the support in your area of romance or marriage for the first 15 days. Regarding your general family areas, including your parents and siblings, well, it's very obvious here. It says their interference in your romance or marriage would be not good for you. So you might as well not take your problems of marriage or romance to your brothers or sisters or to your parents. Keep them well away from it. Now I want to talk to you about your last 15 days. Your last 15 days of November for you coming from Leo. Let's see how that's going to happen. And I'm going to start talking to you about your job in the last 15 days as well, you coming from Leo. Oh, it's a much, much better card. You're going to do much better in this last 15 days of November. So much support for you coming in your area of job. You are going to have the possibility of getting very good news of either getting a promotion or more money or more authority. So obviously you have to try your best. You are being watched by your superiors and your bosses, and they are looking towards favoring you. So in the last 15 days of November, try your best to work as hard as possible. Stay overtime, no problem. And as long as people notice your dedication, you will find good news. Regarding business, well, number one, it says whatever your efforts are of the past, they are now going to be rewarded. That's good news. And it says in terms of finding new business opportunities, the situation is very slow. So whatever you are doing can grow very fast, but whatever you're chasing for in new business, not very possible to get or not very possible to treat it very well. So I'd rather you don't go hunting for new businesses, but I'd rather you in the business area, whatever you are ongoing, push that forward and you will see the rewards come from there. Now let's talk of your general financial area for the last 15 days of November for you coming from Leo. And your general financial area is sound enough, good enough. There is no extraness to go chasing for big things. Something you have been chasing for in the past will now present itself to want to come to you in the business sense. So a contract you may have been chasing before and couldn't get it now offers a possibility as well. So there is a chance of expansion in business, but there's also a danger that you may not be able to fulfill it so quickly, maybe for your finances, financial area. But I like this card. It's a very optimistic card. So you'll have every chance to plan doing different types of business. Now your general financial areas, let's see if your bank manager is going to help you. And yes, why not? It says that you coming from Leo are going to get a lot of help and a lot of support, and getting new business partnerships or investors is also going to be seen for you in the last 15 days. It's very possible. So it's a very bright card regarding general finances for you. I'm going to talk to you now about your romance situation for your last 15 days of November for you coming from Leo. Well, it says that much as you've had differences in the past with your romance partner, everything is going to turn for the better for you in the last 15 days of November. So you have persevered well, don't give up, and your last 15 days will show a wonderful bonding in the romance you have. If I apply this card to your new romance, it says yes, the new romance starts a new beginning for you, which is much more pleasant than your old romance. So you can move along and look forward to a new romance as well. Now let me talk of your general family areas, which include your parents and your brothers and your sisters and aunties and uncles. Well, do you really need to go to them? I don't think you do. It says you are much under control in your last 15 days, and perhaps their interference may not be very good for your romance partner or for your marriage partner. So I would suggest this card as keep things between yourselves, will be much better off. Now I'm going to talk to you about your lucky ages for you coming from Leo. Every month there'll be a certain group of ages which will have the most fantastic luck in all areas of your life. And for you coming from Leo, what are your lucky ages? It's a very good card. It's a card of growth. So I'm going to Jupiter and I'm going to Mars. And so I would say that those who are the ages of 21 or 30 or 39 or 48, or 57 or 66 or 75, you're going to become very lucky in one way or another, you coming from Leo. It's a card of growth and it's a card of huge luck. If you're not of these ages, don't worry too much. You can have a special 90-minute session with me, which will cost you USD 50 to know your next 7 or 8 or 9 years based on your date of birth, time of birth, and looking at your palms. We'll talk about that later. So these are special ages, this card that is pulled out. And now I will talk to you about your lucky dates. So there will be bound to be some dates will be ultra lucky for you. And the dates from this card, the card of Saturn and Venus, will be the 3rd, the 12th, the 21st and the 30th. Very powerful days and nights. Use them for anything important you want to do, whether the job, the business, whether also in areas of romance and marriage. Very powerful dates, which are for you coming from Leo, the 3rd, the 12th, the 21st and the 30th. Bookmark them, make them special, and you will get something special in return. And now I'm going to pull the card to talk about your lucky colors. And it's the color of purple. What a magnificent card. It helps you in all areas of your life if you wear plenty of purple in this month of November for you coming from Leo. So do that and you will attract the good luck for your job, for your business, for the new romance, for your ongoing romance or your marriage as well. Purple is such a wonderful color for you for this month of November. And now I'm going to talk to you about your lucky direction. So there are 9 planets placed around Earth. And when you look left, you look right, you look straight, you look back, you are going to be looking at one planet or another. And so for you coming from Leo, is the ultimate direction, the wonderful direction of North. So I like you in the month of November, whether to meditate, whether to make your wish come true, whether to attract luck of any kind at home or in the office, to face North as much as you can. And there will be a certain group of planets which are willing to give you everything that you want in the month of November. So North has become the powerful direction for you. Well, I'm already Skyping and I'm charging USD 50 for a 90-minute Skype session, and that's going to cost you USD 50, but I'll tackle your next 7, 8 or 9 years, age by age, calendar year by calendar year. And that'll be based on your date of birth, time of birth, and looking at your palms. And I'll give you a lot of information about your personal lottery numbers based on your date of birth, based on your time of birth, based on your palms. It'll be specially made for you, and these lottery numbers will be there for the rest of your life. And you can compare them when I'm giving lottery numbers for people in Leo, for example. I'll give you a lot of information, your lucky days, your lucky colors, your lucky directions, your lucky gemstones. And age by age, calendar year by calendar year, I will help you to get your next 7 or 8 years as right as possible. So go to Facebook, go to Skype, send me an email, make the contact. And just for USD 50, I'll tackle your next 7 or 8 years. Until then, thank you and good luck.